Evaluating the evaluation, that's the role I'm doing today. So we have 3 evaluators today, evaluating 3 speakers. The first speaker is the icebreaker, then the 2 seasoned speakers that we have. It's just the observations, not attack on you, it's just the observation. I know it's very hard as we grew up, taking the feedback is not that easy. But Toastmasters International is 102 years of organization, is based on the evaluation, right? What is that one thing you get in the Toastmasters, not elsewhere, is the evaluation, right? The first speaker is the icebreaker speaker, and the evaluator has come up and encouraged the speaker, appreciate your courage for showing up irrespective of your throat. And with all due respects, we no need to say sorry no matter what from the stage. It doesn't mean that be arrogant on the stage. It's be humble on the stage and respect the stage and don't say anything sorry. It means that you behave yourself in such a way that not in a state to say sorry. Okay, let the people appreciate, let the people think of what the hardship that you have come and show up, right? You don't need to say sorry for that. Now, Toastmasters International has given a guidelines of the evaluation for each speaker, irrespective of their level of speaker, with the objectives. Now, given the pathways, if you look at second level of evaluation, it's a same track sheet on a ranking basics that you will do on a scale of 1 to 5. However, the good practices, which is not in the book, but in the practice, that what I learned and which made me to stay with the Toastmasters more than a decade, not just a couple of years, it's been a decade. I'm okay to reveal my age, that's not a problem. For an icebreaker speech, we practice not to give any recommendation except continuous encouragement for their showing up and doing it. Having said that, give the improvements in writing in their evaluation sheet, but not from the stage. That's one good practice which my mentors told when I joined the Toastmasters, because there are the cases where the people are showing up for the very first time, and when we expect them to improve the eye contact, stage movement, vocal variety, this and that, all the whole basket of evaluation, they will stop showing up again in the interest of that. So please encourage for their courage to showing up, and the recommendation, whatever that you have observed, give it in a writing form. That is what the especially when it comes to the icebreaker evaluation. Now the other 2 evaluations we have for the seasoned speakers, again, if you have observed me, I have no notes with me. So one rule for any evaluator or the speaker or any role players, try to come onto the stage without your notes. That will free up you. So initially it will be a little difficult, but with the practice it will be more convenient for you, and you are speaking from the heart of all your observation. What happens when you write and bring that notes on the stage, you tend to look and read rather than speak. Remember, even though it's an evaluation, still it's a speech. You need to have a proper opening. You need to have your humor content. You need to have a structure, and you need to have a proper closing. That's what we say evaluation speech contest. It's not the evaluation contest. Still it's a speech, so you need to have. So when you have a notes, that blocks you. And when it comes to the recommendations, again, the practice, what we learned from the seniors and what we have been seeing, never use the said you could have, you could have, you could have. If they could have, they have already done it, right? There is no point of saying you could have, you could have. And don't go on and on the same recommendation repeatedly, right? For a second speaker, the one observation more than a vocal variety was a stage movement. At one point, he said he was in 2003, then 2023, just the one step. Then somewhere it was the way how I heard, in the next 6 months, it went to 2025. I don't know on which scale it will take 2023 to 2025 in 6 months. This is what I heard, if it was said in a proper way otherwise. But the observation was, here he was in 2003, and just one step is 2023, and just another step for 2 years. So technically, or if you want to use effectively, you could have used 3 steps to come from 2003 to 2023, and just a small step from 2023 to 2025. So having said this, whenever you given a recommendation, explain them very clearly so that they will understand how it has to be implemented. Right? Now, the third evaluator has come here with the notes, but most of the time that was not referred again. So when you are coming up with a baggage which you are not using it, better leave that baggage there, so that you will be more comfortable saying onto the stage. Now, remember all the evaluators, no matter how champion your speaker is or how well there is, the duty assigned to you is an evaluation. It's metaphorically like it's a crystal white egg given to you to find the spots on it, right? But that's what the duty assigned to you. So if the speaker is so good, evaluator duty is so difficult, that's where it becomes the fine tuning of it, right? So it's observe very clearly and listen very carefully and see where is that room for improvement. That's where the champion's breakfast is. But if you took up as an evaluator thinking that your speaker is already good, the role which was assigned to you was not fulfilled, right? Just be clear of that and do your evaluation very clearly. Now, to sum it up, for the icebreaker evaluation, please recommend and encourage whatever the recommend of implementation, limit it and give it in a writing form, so that we will hold their showing up continuously. And for the seasoned speaker, don't do the beating around the bush, just go and strike to the point very clearly. And because you are also as a speaker coming up, make sure whatever the recommendations that you are using, whether it is a vocal variety, right? Even though the smallest thing and a quiet way, try to make that mimic if you possible. Otherwise, don't comment on that. Unless you are sure how to implement that by the technique, don't give that recommendation. With this, I hand the control back to you.
Thank you.